introspection. So we've been kind of like doing this practice repetitively this month of the breath. Hi, come. Yes. Be straight A student and sit in the front. His plant's eating me. Okay. I love you, friend. Let's go this way. Okay. So this idea of introspection is important. When we think about kind of being reflective, going deep inside, feeling what's coming up, being aware of how we're feeling in this moment, things like that, it's super, super, super paramount, but you cannot do it if you don't slow down your brain. Like, it's just not possible. You cannot do it if you're not somebody who can focus on your breathing. You just won't be able to. If you're all over the place, if your brain is one of those minds, like, and I mean this with love, so don't take it the wrong way, because I suffer with this, and I'll give you an example, but that undisciplined mind, you know? And if your mind is undisciplined, it just goes and it wanders and it does whatever it wants, and that's just all there is to it. And you are subject to it and not the other way around. So my husband and I, we go to, has anybody ever done one of those float spas before? So I have been paying for my membership for a really long time, and they've just stacked up so much now that I'm like, oh, I guess we get to go every single week for a little while and try to like chip these down. And so it's been cool to do that because we've never done it that much before. And I finally have gotten to the point now where I'm like, I don't want any music. I don't want anything. I just want to sit in there and I just want to be in there, and then that's it. I want nothing. And this last week, I realized how much entertainment goes on between my two ears as I was laying there. Every week that I've been there, there's been something that I've been kind of maybe contemplating or setting the intention to, quote unquote, meditate upon, which is just pondering, and really kind of taking it apart. But this week, yes, Quint, can I have that? Where's Jack? Oh.
It's every week's the first week.
I know, so next week will be the first week again. This is Jack's wife's, Jack, who always sits in the corner over there, and every week I'm like, who's new? And he raises his hand every week, that's Jack. And so his wife wrote this book, and I was gonna talk about it, and I'll do that at the end. But this is a great book. This is the last week for this book being the suggested reading of the month, and it's super, super light read. I'll talk about it in a minute. So getting back to what I was saying, so while I was laying in there, my intention this week was just nothing. I was like, I'm not going to grasp onto anything. I'm just going to lay there and I'm just going to breathe. I'm just actually going to do the meditation that I've been telling everybody else to do all month long. Won't that be a good idea? And so as I was lying in there, I was like reliving this episode of this TV show Stick that my husband and I have been watching, and then reliving something else, and then and I was like, oh, it was hysterical. I was like, I'm literally like completely entertaining myself in every way and nonstop. And I can't even get to my breath. Like, I just can't. And so, and I know everybody has done that. And I know everybody, even if you have like a really solid meditation practice, which, you know, I feel like I'm consistent, whether or not it's solid, it's definitely consistent. And it still happens. But in that space, I was like, whew, talk about an undisciplined mind. It is so undisciplined. It's just everywhere. You know, I'm like eating ho-hos and ding-dongs in my brain, like nonstop, and binge watching TV shows, literally. So it was insane. So once I would catch it, and then I'd just kind of go back and invite my breath in, and then I'd catch it again, and then invite the breath back in, and then catch it, and then invite the breath back in. And the more I did that, the like those gaps, you know what I mean? They get like bigger and quieter and bigger and quieter. So we've been doing this all month long. So we're going to do it again tonight. And I'm hoping that tonight your gaps are big and quiet, okay? So for those of you that have not been with us this month, we are connecting with our breath in a very, very detailed and luscious, that's the word I would use, luscious way, okay? And so I'll guide you through it, and then we just stop, and then we're just and quiet, quiet. Yeah? Okay. Rob, are you using this kneeler? Or are you using the thing? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to use the kneeler. Soon, coming soon. Okay. All right. I'm trying to feel like there's something else that I wanted to say to you guys, and I can't remember what it is, but I'm sure it'll come to me while I'm pretending to be.
Like what you talked about in Nidra, which is I think everybody should hear what you said about ending the month and what's next.
Oh, yeah, for next month. Yes. Thanks, honey.
Maybe.
Sure. Why not? I'll do that.
Because it was cool to me.
Yeah. Thanks. Oh, I'm so glad I had an effect on you. That makes me so happy. So every month has a theme, right? So this year is 9. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. Okay, so it is a round of completion. And so the themes for this month have been very specific so that we can lead up to this really cool way of like feeling like we've washed through everything through a level of completion, if you will. Okay, so then we can start all over again next year. Yay! So this month we did this introspection so that we could really get quiet and be deep, deep, deep inside. The only way that we can ignite our intuition and trust our intuition is if we have this part down, because that's next month's theme. Okay, so next month is like, how do we open up our intuition more and how do we connect with that? How do we trust it? How do we learn to trust it? How do we learn to invite it? How do we learn to be with it in a way that we can like have that deep inner knowing and we're like, yes, for sure. I don't even need to overthink this. I'm being driven by whatever that is that comes into me and lets me know that I'm following the right path. But the only way we do that is we got to clean out all the other garbage, right? And so that's what this one is. So the introspection in order to be able to open up our intuition. Thanks, Misty. You're the best, honey. So
It keeps people coming.
that's right. Keeps them coming. You guys better come back. Okay. Okay. So who has absolutely never meditated before? Oh, okay. Yay. You're sitting perfect. You should, yeah, you're taking that spot. That's the energetic spot, Quint. Say, never, never meditated. Okay, so everybody else here is good, and you guys are sitting exactly right. So you evidently watched lots of movies, or, you know, I think that's how they do it. If you're seated in a chair, just thinking right angles is really kind of a good way to do it so that your feet are flat on the floor and so that it's like foot, ankle, knee, hip, spine, right? So if you need yoga blocks, because I have short little legs, and if your legs feel like you're dangly, if you want to put some yoga blocks underneath your feet or a bolster, that's always nice, okay? Okay, Quint, back lights off, front lights down, a little teensy bit. Yay. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, tucking your chin slightly. And then let's just do a general housekeeping on your body. It's nice if you can think about your crown of your head almost being pulled up like a marionette. And then that causes the entire spine to just kind of drop down like a beautiful string of pearls. You can roll your shoulders back a little bit. And then roll your butt flesh down into the bolster a little bit. And then you can have palms face up or palms face down. You can do chin mudra, which is your thumb and index barely touching on your hands with your palms up or down. It's still a little hot in here, so we won't talk about kind of pulling in too tight because you want the airflow to feel comfortable around your body. And then loosen your jaw a little bit, loosen your tongue a little bit. Turn the corners of your mouth up a little bit. Make sure that your teeth are not touching if possible. Eyes are just so lightly closed. So if you feel like that you close them intensely, sometimes it's nice to Raise your eyebrows a little bit and then just let everything gently close back down, soft. Being aware of the air conditioning. Being aware of the temperature of the room on your skin. Being aware of the tip of your nose. As you feel the air coming in and out through the tip of your nose, allowing yourself to be a little bit more investigative about it. What's it really feel like? If it feels right to you, you can attach the word in on the inhale and the word out on the exhale. If you are familiar with Kundalini yoga, again, you can do Sat on the inhale and Nam on the exhale. Whatever feels right and more natural for you. As you're continuing to connect with your breath, let's go ahead and just continue to explore the way that it's feeling. The feeling at the back of your throat. Feeling of the expansion and contraction of your lungs. The temperature of the breath. Noticing how your clothes ride on your skin with each breath. For this moment right now, your breath is a companion that you want to get to know in every way and experience it in every way. So that the only thing that matters for the next few minutes is the quality, the feeling, the essence of your breath.
you notice your thoughts wanting to wander, zero frustration on that, just knowing that that just is. And then use that awareness as an invitation to go back to one of the little parts of the breath that you want to explore deeper. Taking some time to notice the interplay of your breathing with your heartbeat, the blood moving through your body. Bringing your awareness back to the tip of your nose. To your skin on your body. Allowing maybe a little bit of movement to start to settle into your spine a little bit, your legs, hands. Eyes are the last thing to come back. So how did everybody do this week? Better? Yeah, better? Good. So have you noticed, for those of you that have been coming all month, have you noticed like it's getting stronger, it's getting a little bit more dialed in, a little bit more focused, like you actually know what you're trying to do now without trying? So that's the interesting thing, because I was thinking about this on Saturday. My husband and I went up to Mount Lemmon, and it's lovely up there. There's Sky Island up there, so it's like this super cool thing. And we walked out onto this little area, and we were just being really still, and in that stillness I could feel myself momentarily, like in the float spa, trying to achieve stillness instead of just allowing stillness to just be, if that makes sense. And in the trying, it was ruining my buzz, you know? And then when I just let go, it was like magic happened. I don't know how long we were there. Neither one of us know how long we were there. It was like 2 red-tailed hawks that were like flying over us, and we're like, I feel like I'm in heaven. I'm pretty sure we're dead and we're in heaven. And so, because it was so good. And I sat in like pine gum, and my whole butt was covered in pine gum, and I didn't even care. There were ants all over me because I was like all like syrupy sweet from the pine gum. And I'm like, whoa, I just so those are the moments where you're like, oh, whatever that is, if I could take that with me everywhere I go, you know. But it was in the releasing of the trying, you know, because we kind of cling to that experience. So that's my work over the next week, and I already can feel it. Like when I was meditating this morning, I'm like, I wonder if I could make birds fly over my head again. You know what I mean? It's like I get to that, and you start trying to try for it, and then it's like it's never going to happen again. So just learning to be. So next month we can focus on some other cool stuff. Just really quickly, so the 7 principles of purpose. I love this. Anne is one of our Kundalini students, and I just love her. Her dad was a chiropractor. My husband's a chiropractor. She always says that her dad would have loved our place, because like everything in his life revolved around like trying to create a community like what we've done here. So it's really cool. And this is his book, and his work and his words in here, but Anne put it all together for him as a testament to him. And it is such a lovely little book, and it's on great paper, and it's bound so nice. You can tell it really is just like this beautiful like love for her father. Do you know what I mean? In this book, it's really, really cool. And it's a super light read, and it's just lovely. I love this. On Purpose Manifesto. Oh, I wish I would have brought my glasses. Inspire the big idea, awaken to that something, surrender to the purpose. You are here for great purpose. You are the magic. Start making discoveries. Share your gifts, share and serve. You are the difference. I love that. And the whole book is just like, we were reading it, my husband and I was reading it to him when we were driving to the Grand Canyon last year. And I was just like, every page, like you just feel like a better person for whatever reason. It's just really, really cool. There's this little like italicized part in here, and it says, your work in the world is your life. Energy rippling out with impact, make a difference. And that's really all we've ever tried to do here at ZenLife. And I feel like as I kind of watch people come here and change their life, like Rob, who I'll just call you out because I know you don't care. You have no ego anymore. It's all gone. Rob, when Rob came to us 18 months ago, he was just like a hardcore Chicago guy and a mess. I wasn't going to say that. You were lovely, lovely, and just like all of us, messy. Like we're all messy. And so now he's an enlightened being. Dare to dream, you guys. But kind of sort of, Rob. So this month is over. Next month, cool stuff. Who got to go to Kirtan this week? Did you guys love it? It's the best. It's the best. If we could have them here every week, I would be so happy. I don't know if I'd ever get tired of it. So I just love them so much. So they'll be back in the very beginning of next year, unless I can talk them into coming again in the fall. So we'll have to see. But next month we have some cool things. What do we have, Paige, Quentin? Does anybody have a calendar? I can't remember. Oh, the archetypal dance is this Friday. And so the theme this month, so Christina Rich, Asha, she teaches that. Who's been to that? Oh my gosh, you guys all need to go. It's so completely cool. I know. And then you'll be like Rob. And Misty, same thing. She came in here and she's like a new woman.
23 months ago in July.
Yeah.
It was 8th I came in. I'll never forget that
Yay.
day.
I love that. Oh, thanks. So the theme for the archetypal dance is the devil. Don't be scared by it. It doesn't mean what you think. It is, so the devil is really interesting. When you look at the deck and with the things that it talks about, it's like, do you have things with like addiction, for instance, right? I used to be totally addicted to chocolate. I don't know what happened. Something happened and I don't like chocolate anymore. I feel like I might have gotten a lobotomy because I'm not really sure how that went away. My husband keeps on asking me, he's like, why don't you like chocolate anymore? I'm like, I don't know, and it's really tripping me out. But something happened. So if you have vices, things like that, that's what this card is all about. It's like, how do you go in, dig those vices out of there so they're not controlling your life and dictating who you are, and then move those through. So that is this Friday night. Then the following Friday night, on the 8th, we have the Goddess Circle, and that is on the Lion's Gate because it's the 8th. So that's a kind of a cool manifesting time. Then that Saturday, so then kids yoga is on the 9th. If you have anybody who has littles, turn them on to that because JJ does such a good job. She's like just a child, like wrapped up in an adult body, kind of, sort of. So what's that? The littles, I think it's 5. It's 5 and up. So yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. So, because it's not a mommy and me class. If it was a mommy and me class, then it would be different. But yeah, so 5 to 12, I think, or yeah, 12. 5 to 11, thank you, because 12-year-olds can practice. And then that night, because it's the full moon, Nancy's having a sound bath that night. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. So, and then if anybody's looking to be a Reiki practitioner, we took the month off for Reiki attunements and it's back on. This is the first month of it. We only have 2 more this year. We have this one in August and then another one in October. So if that's something that you're interested in or you don't know what it is, or gosh, I really wish I knew more about energy work, then just come and ask me and I will be happy to answer those questions for you. All right, everybody, questions, comments, concerns? All enlightened beings, I can see it shining in your eyes. It's all there. I promised you at the beginning of the month. So no money return on this class. All right. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week.